What's good? I got some real spiel for y'all today. My thing is this. I'm gonna be very blunt with it too. Don't let somebody make you feel bad because of your past. Especially like when it comes to, say for instance, a person is very promiscuous. Okay, from experience, I find that most people who are in that very promiscuous energy are really some of the people who have suffered like some of the most traumatic things you could ever even think of, to be honest. So never judge a person by their actions, but always judge a person by their character. A person's actions doesn't define their character. A character is basically how somebody treats you. You'll know a person's character by how they treat you. I know I keep looking off, but ADD. You'll know a person's character by how they treat you at the end of the day. So with that being said, if a person is being honest with you, okay, number one, let's be clear. If a person is being honest with you and like putting you on game, letting you know what's up, like, I feel like you can trust honesty, right? But what you can't trust, if somebody coming and lying to you about their promiscuities or whatever, because in that situation, when somebody come in and they lying about who they really are, whatever the case, all the shit that they done, well, that's more so on the insecure side of things, and that's a whole nother category, when it comes to being insecure. But trauma does cause insecurities as well, but a lot of times insecurities come from the people you're around, honestly. So it could be family, it could be friends, anybody that try to make you feel less than, that's where the insecurities come from, feeling inadequate. Okay. But when it comes to promiscuity, like I said, most people are promiscuous because of past traumas, and it's usually of the sexual orientation. Okay? So don't judge a person because they're promiscuous, because please believe people can change. Okay? And no, this is not a glue stick. It is very much what do you call it? Cocoa butter. Okay? Yeah. So, yeah, I definitely just wanted to get that out, because I see that a lot of people judge people because they pass. Oh, you got a high body count, you a hoe. Well, guess what? Maybe nobody was around to explain self-worth to me, or maybe no one was around to teach me boundaries and things of that nature. So you can't like just attack people because of the things that they do. Like, instead of being so judgy and so quick to judge, how about you take a step back? Once you see a person displaying a certain set of behaviors, you have to take a step back. Okay? Because it say hate the person. I mean, hate the Lord, don't hate the person. It say hate the sin, not the person. And so, don't get mad at a person because of their actions, but take a step back and dig deeper into it. Like, sit with yourself, think about it, do research if you have to, whatever the case is, to see like, okay, what would cause a person to behave this way? What would cause a person to behave that way? And a lot of times you will find that it's all rooted in trauma. A lot of it childhood traumas. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know, like, it just came out of nowhere, and I was like, okay, well, while he putting it in me, I better get it out of me. Okay, get it out to you all, because somebody needs to hear this message. It's a very important message, and I think like a lot of women feel worthless. A lot of women feel worthless because they know they have a high body count. Okay, but what people won't tell you is they do too. A lot of people not gonna tell you that they've been promiscuous. Not everybody, because you know people are raised different ways. There we go again. Now, if you grow up in a household where it's discipline, your parents are teaching you about boys and how they act and all the things that they try to do to try and get you and get in your pants and stuff like that, you know, and having self-worth, telling yourself you love yourself, those kind of things. But what if you don't have that? Then you're literally just thrown into the world, and it's survival mode. From the first day you in the world by yourself, you're in survival mode. And a lot of people operate in survival mode for so long that when they come to a safe place, they don't even recognize it because they never knew what it was, okay, to begin with. So that's when you get a lot of this back and forth, chasing, you know, that kind of thing. You get a lot of that. But if you love a person, you love all of them, and you love their flaws as well. Now, I'm not saying sit here let somebody beat on you because they was beat in their childhood. Nah, I ain't saying that. Now, don't be no fool. But what I am saying is you have to give people more grace to be themselves. Now, don't be a fool because even though a person may have had traumatic experiences that cause them to behave a particular way, at the end of the day, you have free will. So if that person is not making choices, once it's been brought to their attention that, hey, you're behaving this way because of this, and you may need to try this to improve that so you won't feel that way. Okay, once it's been brought to their attention, and then if they're still, you know, following within those same habits, not trying to change at all. I mean, we know Rome wasn't built in a day at the end of the day, but don't be a fool is what I'm saying. Don't let nobody fool you, because a lot of times some people do just run game. But you have to recognize what the game is, okay? Because if you can recognize what the game is, then you won't fall prey to it, is what I'm saying. But if a person is actually open and honest with what they have going on from the rooter to the tutor, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't cut that person out. But, you know, I'm not telling you what to do. It's your choice at the end of the day. But I feel like that's worth a second look. That person is worth a second look if they're being honest with you and really letting you know every single drop, every single detail. You know what I'm saying? Because number one, they'll feel better because they don't have a conscience about something they're hiding. Okay, their conscience is clear, and a clear conscience is peace anyway, because you ain't worried about nothing. But when you know what your issue is, you know what steps you need to take to change that behavior, and you don't, and you just do the total opposite of that, then baby, that's on you. That's on you, because you're choosing to stay stuck in this state of mind. But once again, if that's what you choose, you have free will to choose so. And I'm not here to judge, you know, to each his own and to his own each at the end of the day. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and just speak on that, because I just see like a lot of females getting clapped back because they got high body counts, But at the end of the day, the only thing that should matter is that this person is clean, this person is healthy, like, you know. And even if a person does have some sort of STD, you should not shame a person because of that, because a lot of times it comes from somebody they trusted, okay? So you shouldn't like, oh, they got da 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 da, you know, she nasty, da da da. Like, that's not always the case. Sometimes it's from somebody they trusted, right? So just educate yourself on when it comes to STDs anyway, because we all know Dr. Sebi, and we all know everything can be cured. Let's be clear, everything can be cured. I'm not a doctor. I don't claim to be one. But if you know about Dr. Sebi, you know he was all about holistic methods of cleaning and curing all types of illnesses and disease. Okay, even stuff that they consider to be like critical, like cancers and stuff like that. Even, but it's knowledge is power. At the end of the day, is what I'm saying. Knowledge is power, and using that knowledge effectively is even more powerful. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave you here with that. So yeah, just let your mind ponder on that. I'm out.